Hope you're all having a fantastic day. We have an awesome pub stomp for you on the Burnside Bridge. You're getting an overview of that map right now. Should be a good one. We have 2 Frontline Reporters, 2 announcers. Should be great. Hello everyone, I hope you're having a fantastic day. We have an awesome pub stomp for you. We have a lot of people helping out this team for this video, so it should be a fun one. So, with that being said, we have myself doing the editing, making sure the screen looks good. For our announcers, we have Vastol and Potato Soup. Our USA representative is Collector. You can see that on the top right of the screen. It's currently frozen, but we'll fix that. And on the top left side of the screen, we have, he's back, we have Carp. Everyone from the IVB, it should be a fun one. And with that being said, Vastol, Potato Soup, take it away.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone watching live or not live, so to say. I'm Vastol.
I'm Potato Soup.
And today we've got a... Oh, sorry for speaking over you, but today we've got a beautiful game of Burnside's Bridge. Hopefully we're going to see quite a lot of blood. What do you say, Potato?
Oh yeah, that's what it's all about, you know? You gotta have the blood, carnage, and maybe, just maybe, if you won an Oscar, a little bit of romance.
Well, they do say love can bloom on a battlefield, but as for the Civil War, something
no,
tells
this
me
was
that won't be
100% hate, pure hatred.
As we can see, Confederate side is, you know, typically just mustering around, waiting for the Union to do something.
That's the smart option. I mean, you just gotta really hold the bridge on that end, let them cross this coverless bridge, really.
We have the 2 very different types of CSA player right here. We have Dixie Normus and Racial Slur. Very good.
This is War of Rights. This is why you need to buy the game, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, we see a very large Union line. Well, more of a
it is pretty, but will it be effective?
Officers leading from the front, that's always a good sign.
That's how you know
oh, we've got Corrupt Cop here playing the bugle. Wonderful.
Nice. Glad to see the musicians are really coming in.
Oh, this is going to be beautiful. So, Union typically on this map have 2 main options, which is, once they go over the Burnside Bridge, taking a hard left or a hard right. Let's see what the officers here decide to do for their men.
That is, if they even get across the bridge.
We've got a few men here who want to die first, it seems. Lieutenant Agrippa here.
Well, God be with you.
Will Lieutenant Agrippa make it?
He is going to take an entire volley.
Oh, would you look at that? It looks like he's going to be
beautifully done. Oh, but there you go. There
all the congestion's happening. If the Confederates waited to fire now...
Do you mind taking us over looking at the bridge? Because we should probably check that out. Ooh, actually, they got a good amount of men over.
Yes, they did. It looks like they weren't ready to properly volley on this congested area that you typically get.
I forgot this was a pub match, so the Confederates wouldn't be as organized.
Yes, that's quite a missed opportunity. Well,
yeah,
that is about 7 bodies here. Well,
you know,
and if you include the bridge.
The bridge crossing, I was expecting it to be like that mission in Assassin's Creed 3.
To reviewers that don't understand that, such as well myself, could you please explain that to them?
Well, in Assassin's Creed 3, there's a mission that takes place during the Battle of Concord, and you have to pretty much organize American volleys, and one of the volleys sits right by a bridge, and you sort of just wait till the British try to cross the bridge and just murder them.
Ah, I see. Right, we've got quite the overlap of voices right here on the Union side. Let's go check how the CSA are doing.
At least there's conference going on. At least, you know, they're either A, getting a strategy, or B, they're talking about bullshit.
Okay, so it seems the CSA have decided to not risk losing this stone wall and retreating to here from the start of the game. Interesting strategy.
That's a good position, though, because if you'll notice, they got a perfectly nice kill zone, because that fence isn't exactly straight out, you know?
Yes,
it's nice and clustered. This is a perfect, and one side of the fence isn't even, like, covered by any cover.
Oh, it does appear that they just shot their officer.
Oh, fragging. We just got fragging.
Well, it's not CSA without a little bit of that going on.
Well, actually, first off, let's go to our CSA reporter. How are you doing in the moment?
It is utter chaos down here in the Stonewall, guys. I don't really know what's going on. There is utter chaos. We're being told to stay on our knees, stand up. I don't know what's happening.
Can you explain to us why they fragged the officer?
I cannot hear what they're saying, honestly. I don't know what's going on, but it is a utter mess down here on the CSA lines. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Carp. Same question, Collector. How fares the Union?
Union here doing a really good job pushing up that left flank early. Officers got some balls, went across right over without firing any volleys, so that was kind of smart of them. But in general, yeah, officers doing a good job here pushing up that left flank. Really not much to report here except making good progress.
Good to hear. Yes, I can see a Union line moving just to the. Well, it's going to be a while before they get round to the Stonewall, but yeah, they're going straight in. They know.
I would love to point out, but I don't know if this is really all that true. It would seem that the Union, or at least I thought I saw the Union had more people with tags on, for more like, in regiments, whereas it seems, the Confederates had more just simple puppies.
Well, looks like we've got our first engagement of the game here. A simple arithmetic
they're choosing.
Should, say that the Union should be heavily outnumbered here. So, yeah, you hear from the enlisted calling out to retreat, but the officers are saying, no, we are staying right here, gentlemen.
They can stand, though. I mean, it seems like they're not really taking too many casualties. If they lay a couple of volleys on, I would say that they might be able to make an advance. Never mind, that was artillery.
Yes, that was Union artillery, I believe.
Union artillery is only good for one thing, and that is killing Union soldiers. If I were them, I would get out of the field. But Collector, could you tell us what's going on?
Yeah, so currently I am dead. However, it looks like the main Union line is moving to charge the Confederate stone wall, or at least flank it here. So that is what's currently going on.
May I ask how you perished?
I Rambo'd and killed a flag out of line before I got killed by another guy.
Amen, brother.
It seems that the Confederates are competently, at least for most of them, once they fire, cycling out and letting a person who's loaded take over in this little V that we have here.
It's like a Fredericksburg, It's like a Fredericksburg type of deal.
Well, the Union have been somewhat competently using the snake fence to move along, but unfortunately just not providing enough cover.
See, the thing is, they gotta keep leaving the snake fence in order to advance on the snake fence, and during that time, that's when the Confederates are popping them. It's a wild turkey shoot.
Oh, we're having a volley coming in here, gentlemen? Oh, too many people fired early, so we're going to see...
No, too many people.
Not a volley that did
volley
nothing.
is not too good. All that volley did was blind the people who's going to participate in the real one.
Yeah, oh, we've got a flag.
One flag down.
As for the rest of the Union...
They're even going to pick up the flag? Oh, there they go.
We're going to take a quick hiatus from the battle, see what's going on with the Union artillery. Oh, we got a flag just left on the bridge.
I always question what is going on with the Union artillery.
Union artillery is deciding to...
Take a break, I guess.
3 guns. Actually, make that 4.
Beautiful, beautiful. The battery is, looking good. They are, of course, providing, fire. Of course, this fire is never 100% accurate. And if they're not careful, because they can't really see the situation behind that tree line, they could very well decimate their own lines.
Yes, yes. We've seen a few Confederates there just getting ready to, simply skirmish by the bridge.
If they could hit that sweet spot right there where those two fences converge, where the fence and the stone wall, converge, that would be an enormous advantage for the Union.
Yes, that would be an incredibly difficult shot, both just to get through those trees there and also range accurately, especially with case airbursting. Let's see here. Oh, the Union.
As a baseball fan, I must say such miracles have happened before.
We've got quite a few Union dead here, and more dropping.
Oh yeah, the Union lines have so far been destroyed. Collector, tell us what in the hell is happening down there?
You know, the Union got caught in a really bad spot, if I'm going to be honest. They got caught in between the Confederate reinforcements, the Confederate main line, and the Confederate artillery battery. So just kind of a really bad positioning on the Union team's part. And you know, I think it's gonna come back to bite them in the ass.
Oh yes,
What about
as
you,
just
Carp?
as you said that, there were flags down. Carp.
Well, yeah, we are currently holding pretty firm here on the stone wall. There's not a whole lot going on. We're just kind of independently shooting. Not a lot.
Is anyone making any sort of like is any officer like saying anything about advancing, or is there any like is any soldier like wanting to charge or anything, or are y'all sitting pretty comfortable where you are?
It appears we're sitting pretty comfortably. I have not heard anything about advancing or anything like that. We tried advancing once, but we were turned back. So we haven't really done anything yet. Oh, update. We are getting ready to move, actually. So please hold.
Holding. Oh, finally!
Honestly,
CSA
beautiful
managed
coincidence.
to get the Union onto engaged. Yeah, that's
Union.
that
It
is
seems the
pretty
Union are
good
trying to
for this
move away. Yeah.
This map has a horrendous ticket differential for the CSA. Typically because the
We're
Union's supposed to
actually
be
moving out.
dying
We're
en
moving out.
masse. Oh,
I'm sorry. What was that, Carp?
Push out, niggas, push out east.
Alright, up and over, gentlemen. We're gonna go to the right side. Come on.
Yep. Sounds good to me.
so Union's
Let's
taking
go,
a
Nick.
turn to the right here. Are they going to try and get to the point itself?
Hey, we got
Oh, okay. Looks like we're going to have is the officer going to decide to take a gunnery duel here? No, he's
Clearly, you and I are confused, and I just witnessed our field reporter get killed in real time.
Yes, no, Union has to run away from that. That is simply an impossible duel. Outnumbered.
Collector, I have a Ouija board. Can you tell us beyond the grave what the Union is planning?
You know, I died the second I spawned in, so no, I can't.
Yep, that's War of Rights public matches for you.
Independent.
As you can see here, the Confederacy only has 9 soldiers. It feels that consistently the CSA outnumber them to some
Well, have you
degree.
seen they had a good amount in their artillery, whilst, you know, the Confederates seem to be focusing a good amount onto
Yes.
their infantry,
We've got
which
9
ultimately would be the best strat for this match. However, some artillery could, at the very least, definitely help the Confederates, but they clearly do not need any.
Oh, we've got a wonderful charge going on here. Can the Union hold? Oh, yeah, the Union is pulling back. The line's sort of splitting up between those that are deciding to stand and those that are deciding to run away. This was a very...
Well, let those who stand cover the retreat. If it's any comfort, they'll be remembered as heroes.
CSA should have a very easy time retaking and getting some tickets back. This was poorly timed from the Union, I believe.
Oh, yes, and the Union, they are currently beating a retreat, and to be quite frank with how the retreat was conducted, they are going to have to retreat pretty much down to that bridge, if not across it.
No, it looks like the CSA actually are going to try to root them here, but the officers are declaring, hold here, hold here.
Ah, nice. The classic French idiom, they shall not pass.
I surrender. I said I surrender.
Fire. I don't care.
Oh.
Fire, boys, fire.
What do we got going on in the
surrendering.
CSA here, Carp?
I am currently in limbo, waiting to respawn. But we did do a charge. I don't fully understand the charge, but we did charge.
Actually, this situation could play into the Union's favor in regards to tickets. If
Speaking
they
of the
trade
Union-
1-for-1 here, they could get pretty well.
Oh, yes, clearly. Yeah, because the Confederates don't seem like they're even trying to move. It seems like they're actually trying to have a tussle with the Union rather than try to just chase them off.
No, it
'Cause
looks like the arithmetic isn't working in the favor of the Union. Even with 3 flag bearers to keep respawning men, they're retreating.
But you gotta realize that thing is so long. There's gotta be a good amount of those men in queue, whereas the Confederates, who are taking minimal losses, their wait time is very short, so they're just pumping soldiers. Collector, what's going on the Union side?
I would be able to tell you, but I think my average life for these last 5 respawns has been about 10 seconds. So I spawn in, I start to get my reload, and I just instantly die before I can get a Baron. It appears that the Union is in a retreat.
And a Confederate charge. I'm sorry to break.
White.
That was fucking nuts. That shit was crazy.
It's been forced all the way back to pretty much the banks of the river here, or the banks of the creek, I suppose.
It does appear there's an attempted left hook coming here from the Union, but I doubt it's going to have enough power behind that punch.
Yeah, from the way I see it, those men are probably going to. But never mind. Actually, because of the flag bearers, they may be able to actually, somewhat hold the position. But what they really need is for like a mass spawn at the base, because there's no way that they're gonna get their numbers effectively met with those flag bearers.
I'm just trying to run the numbers here. We've got quite a few skirmishing CSA members who, whilst they may be going 1 to 2, whenever they die, that's an out-of-line or a skirmishing casualty. So, are the numbers going to, in the end, work in the CSA's favor? We could see right now it's taking losses versus engaged. They are going to recap this point, but is that going to be enough?
The thing that I could see the only real probable thing I could truly see happening is the Union could, at this point, the Union, all they can do is really hold their current position. It doesn't really seem like, unless the Union were to get their forces together, the Union are not going to be able to retake the ground that they had.
That was a very good artillery shot. That was 3 people.
That was amazing. That was a beautiful shot. But it seems like a mass Confederate unit is on the. They are certainly positioning themselves.
Yes, that one shot there, I think, just sent them back from... they went to engage there, and then they went straight back to taking losses, so... Well, it's close for the Confederacy, but it still looks like, at least numbers-wise, that they should likely lose this. Especially since the Union still have not lost their foothold on this side of the bridge.
Indeed.
They are, yep, as you can see here.
They definitely got their numbers ready. They will. I could definitely see if they don't hold the other option be advance.
What the Union want here, of course, is to wait till breaking to try and launch another effective push onto the point. Will they decide to do that, though? Well,
yes, but it seems their only opposition really is like a couple of small skirmish groups, because there's this Confederate mass that's just sort of hanging out back, just sitting like McClellan in the most of 1862.
Oh, don't let Sevi hear you say that.
Oh no, what's he gonna do?
Well, if you take a look here, the CSA are just taking up almost the majority. No, I'd say 90% of the team is right here, but then we've got 10% of skirmishers out fighting.
They don't really have too many flags. It seems that they're just really. Oh, they have a flag. It seems they're just kind of They're just trying to prevent the Union from.
Oh yes,
really
we do have a Union company trying to cross the bridge. Oh, okay. So this does make a bit of sense being positioned here. However, again, some of these CSA members are going to be dying in skirmishing casualties. We're probably going to be seeing quite a lot of CSA skirmishing
They do have an officer and flag there, so I would say that the majority of the skirmishing party could potentially have formation kills rather than skirmishing. But,
it appears
it really depends on the Confederate out there.
It does appear that they're not listening to their officer and shifting right. He wants the company to stop caring about the bridge. They've already crossed, so what's the point in holding it? They need to move and start getting shots off on the Union over here. That's what he clearly wants.
Since the Union has regrouped, Collector, are you able to actually give a report this time?
Wait, why are you
Yeah,
we gotta move every artillery shot. We gotta move around. Point.
Line up behind this low. Fire wheel.
Understandable. So we'll cut to Carp. Carp, how's the CSA doing?
We are currently charging, so I'll have to call you back.
Beautiful.
Oh, yes, they are charging.
Oh, they are.
We missed
They are
this.
pushing in. They came in. I don't. Yeah, that column is coming in.
Is this a wise decision? This looks very brash.
I must say it could. I would say it could be pulled off because, as you can see, the Union are not going to have as much time to reload. So unless really, you know, they got bayonets, you know, all fixed. That is not a Rambo, my friend.
Hold your positions, gentlemen. Hold your positions.
Flag.
Fight them, boys. Fight them. Fight them.
Oh, my bad.
All good, friend. All good.
What's up, Union? It's for
I want that flag.
Well, we do have some very notable battle cries, such as... Oh,
I mean, I personally prefer, you know, ours, you know, Faba, but, you know, that is the best battle cry I can think of. Endless whining. That artillery shell didn't really do too much.
this is... Well, the mess is over, it looks like. CSA
Yeah,
having
the
won
CSA
the
have
push.
stood victorious.
Yes, they won the push.
And it seems that they're trying to continue towards the bridge.
Oh, we've got the Union just by the left-hand side of the Burnside
Oh,
bridge now.
we got a Dunkirk happening right now. Except in Dunkirk, they were rescued.
Third one. Couple more coming in. Just stab. Press T. Stay together.
See what they're betting on it. See, the problem with them is they don't really have it. Constant charges really don't have much time to reload after your first shot. But the Confederates, they have like plentiful men, so they could easily shoot and stab like as many shots and stabs as they can do versus a Union.
Shift right, gentlemen. Shift right.
Moving right, boys.
The calls to shift right here. We're gonna have a small skirmishing group here. Oh, yeah, just 3 gentlemen over here. Probably gonna try and interrupt. Not
They
gonna
might-
make a massive impact, though.
Because of that big charge, though, they might be able to think like the Union might still think the Confederates are up and up around that hill.
Yes, we do.
Those
have the
skirmishers could
Confederacy
certainly.
shifting around.
Those
Do they
skirmishers
know?
could give a kind of a scare tactic, make them think that the larger force is, and they're going to try the same tactic as before. It seems they're going to assemble and do a wild bayonet charge because Stonewall Jackson, that strat always works.
Yeah, we've got some regulars here for the war rights community, such as Fastfoot and Cornwallis. Very competent pub officers. So, they must have seen Union shifting and moved over here to the right-hand side if you're facing from Union spawn. Yeah, he's calling for the move. Oh,
Further down, it doesn't.
On the line, independent fire. Get up. On the line.
so call for independent fires against the Union.
While
line.
on a line, this is getting hairy. Carp, what is going on down there?
I just respawned back in, so I am not even close to the battle yet. So I will report once I get there.
Well, tell us about your main spawn. How is it?
Well, I spawned flag, and turns out I did not spawn flag. It was pretty far back in the woods.
There is a flag there, though, so technically you did.
Well, it does appear that... Yeah, the numbers are just not working in the Union's favor here. Too many guns in comparison. And
It also-
as you see, there are far less Union soldiers here than there was last pan. Yep, there's another one drops.
It also appears
We're going on
that
another charge.
our
Oh, and
Union
charge is
field
happening.
reporter has returned. Collector, are you in game?
You know, I'm working on it. It turns out that I think 4.9 gigahertz may have been too many for my my poor little 1770K or 7700K. So I toned back my overclock a little bit. Hopefully that.
The update on the secondary charge turns out it's out of bounds.
Oh, yes, this would be
Well,
out of
that wouldn't
bounds
stop
for the
them.
CSA. That is correct.
It seems like they're leaving the bridge. They're not really, you know, for
That
a
is
map that's centered
surprising.
around a bridge. We're not really seeing too much bridge.
Potato, right now we've got the Union breaking before the CSA.
I mean,
on
look at it.
Burnside Bridge.
They amassed their forces perfectly. The Union are still, as you can see, they're struggling. Some aren't even across the bridge. And they have to meet the Confederate skirmishers who are still at the bridge, basically shooting the soldiers as they run through the coverless bridge.
Yes, this is a formidable amount of skirmishers. Union artillery should be trying to take these guys off the hill face here.
Yeah, but it seems they're more focused on the larger Confederate line. I believe a couple of artillery shells have hit towards the skirmishers, but...
oh, there we go. There was a
there it is.
shot there. Didn't
Right
seem
on,
to do anything.
right on cue.
CSA finally on breaking now, but this looks like Union could go to final push before CSA are on.
And
last
they return to
stand.
break. If the Confederates were to, I would say, maintain a better defensive position, then they definitely got a shot here, because now the Union really only has hope to attack, really. And the officer just says skirmishing position. They are...
Boys, load buck and ball.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, we've got a Union wall just over here. Oh, yeah, they're moving in.
Oh, they are massing. It seems as they're charging.
This does not appear to be...
It's not a charge per se, but those men are running towards the enemy with malicious
Will they get
intent.
away with this? Oh, you just got that flag there.
Oh, Lord.
Hold this position. Hold this position.
That officer is going to get clipped. Oh, no, he's right.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
we have...
skirmisher out of nowhere. Oh, how close can he get?
Not close enough.
No.
Alright, the other CSA companies are shifting around left-hand side.
See, the CSA is
What they're
playing a good
planning-
strat. Always
Oh.
moving, you know? Always,
We
you
know
know...
what's happening here. These gentlemen here are going to get ready for the gentlemen that are going to be pushing around here eventually, but I think their primary concern is there any skirmishers in this woods?
I believe that there may be a couple skirmishers towards the front of the bridge, but not really towards the back. However, it seems a Union flag bearer is scared and hiding in a bush, thinking this is Fortnite.
Oh, we've got a mass Confederate charge. Oh, the Union should find themselves thrown off this part of the map now with this.
Yeah, the Union will not be able to withstand this, I feel.
Oh! So we've got a small Union push here, about 12 gentlemen.
Carp, are you in that charge?
Which one?
Are you with that charge that the Confederates just did?
Yes, we're overlooking the bridge currently.
Oh, you're dealing with the gentleman that we're trying to push along, yes.
Yeah, bro, stop killing them. Save some for us.
I spawned on the flag to our...
How fair is the Union? Do you think that they might even have a chance at this point?
I'm going to take an act of God for the Union to actually mount anything currently.
This is a public match, so act of gods do not exist, but bullshit does.
Well, we do have a regiment. That's the Union team, so.
Yes, we've just got Union stragglers around here. There's nothing on this side anymore, bar, you know, the odd, random, out-of-line skirmisher.
At least he's doing his team a favor and crouching.
We've got an officer trying to get troops to rally on him to fix something out of the situation, but is it going to be enough?
This situation, as the in military slang, is FUBAR. There's no way the Union is going to be able to pull off, and now at this point they have I would say they have lost too much, and there's unless if the bridge is very undefended.
B company is remaining here. B company remain here.
Those men are possibly going to get slaughtered before they even cross.
Well, we've got a huge Union contingent here. Looks like they're getting ready to... Well, they are moving out, but we've got some slowpoke, so to say. People that aren't ready just yet. The other officers want to push now rather than wait for the others.
Yeah, there's always a couple of people who are always just too ahead of, like, a formation.
Yes, these gentlemen here, likely without direction, so to say.
I guess they're just...
Is this going to bite the Union in the behind?
I mean, to be fair, it does waste Confederate ammo, I guess.
Every second, that final push is called too early for the Union could be very good for the CSA here. If any of these out-of-line casualties that could be caused from this bridge before the main contingent comes over causes final push, that would be excellent for them, but it looks like we're not going to see that. We've got the majority of the CSA line set up here, ready to volley through the trees.
They got an excellent defensive point, though. Unfortunately, because of the woods and all of that, most of their shots are just going to the sprays and prays, because they can't really aim.
It looks like we've seen not a single Union casualty from this decision. So, whilst it looked good on paper, it looks like to have no effect.
Who said it looked good on paper?
Well, I mean, you know, lining up, firing at the other army.
To a public officer, yeah, it looked good.
Right.
Bugle. I would say this late in the game, I would probably ditch the bugle for a musket. But, you know, I totally support the bugle, man.
So, just got a bit of independent fire just from people who are a little bit bored. So we've got a... Oh! That was a good artillery hit.
It was good, but they needed to aim just a tad bit down a bit, and they would have gotten a nice... But, I guess, you know.
Oh, we're having a Union push over this bridge.
Oh, here we go. This is what it's all about.
Do we have this...
We're doing this again. Over left. Over left. Let's go. Go. Let's go. No, that's not the right movie.
Oh, so now we have last stand being called. This was very bad for the CSA now that they're looking to take to the point now. Oh.
And
4 minutes? Can the CSA do it?
4 minutes and 20 seconds. Nice. But now it's any man's game at this point.
So we've got the Union moving along the side of the river here, but
they don't really seem to be making any advancements.
Well, no, they gotta get all cohesive, you know, before they. Cornwallis might be.
Yes, but they do not have too much time on their hands, though.
Yeah, Cornwallis is making the correct assessment here and pulling the fuck away because he's outnumbered 3-1 here. Some of his men don't acknowledge that, however.
However, I would say it would be good for him to get the retreating forces uphill and, I guess, leave behind a couple of skirmishers to, I guess, try to distract the Union for a bit, you know, keep them from making any, you know, moves, cost them a couple of tickets, you know.
Well, tickets are meaningless now. It's final push.
Oh yes. I guess
So right
lives
now
then.
it's right now it's what you want is okay. We've got a very strong CSA contingent here. This is almost all of their team. Yes, we've got the one skirmishing unit by the bridge here with one officer.
And of course, putting their mouth all over their microphone.
We got the CSA pulling away. Oh, a bit of miscommunication here. Cornwallis is pulling back, but Fastfoot's going deeper in. He's deciding to hold his position.
They're over there. They're over there now.
What is the Union doing right now? They need to make a decision quickly.
They're playing ball in a cup. I don't know.
Union should be attacking right now. Like they have the time.
They don't.
To do
Yes, they do not have the point. They do not have the point. Collector, what is going on with Union Command?
Yeah, so these officers are just really dumb, honestly. So for those of you that don't know, the final push mechanic, it gives you just enough time. It's timed by the developers to give you 2 charges from spawn. It gives you enough time to sprint from spawn. That's all the time it gives you. So in this case, it gave us 4 minutes 20 seconds, which means that it takes 2 minutes and 10 seconds, if I'm correct, to run from spawn and get up to the point. Which there's not even that much time left in the game. So right now, the Union only has 1 more charge left in before they lose. They could have charged twice here and wiped the Confederates. They could have 2 to 1. But the officers, they just chose to hold on the bank. And then maybe they killed like 10. But it's still, I think the Confederates can really win this. And here comes the Yankee charge right now.
Yes, we do.
Carp, how is your neck of the woods?
Well, we were at the bridge a minute ago, and then they had us retreat back into the woods, and now we were doing some independent firing into the woods.
Do you have well, if you don't,
There's a charge.
Be
There's a
confused,
charge.
but I would say you certainly have confidence.
So the Union have left this very late. If the Confederates can blunt this charge, they could very well win this. However, it's looking at the Union do have quite a lot of momentum coming into this here. They did not uproot the CSA behind them, though, so the CSA are going to be coming in from behind.
The Union are now going to be not only squeezed, but I don't really even think that they would even be able to have... they would do not have the time, I would say, to even capture at this point.
Yes, you've still got... Yeah, you've got the call, get the point, get the point. Yes, this...
And not only get the point, but also
CSA
eliminate resistance.
The CSA managed to lose this, it would be...
That would have been embarrassing.
We need to hold it for 18 seconds.
Yes, this is CSA Victor Union had 2 chances for charges to deplete the last stand manpower that was left. Failed to do it. Went in 1 time. If they went in a 2nd time, who knows what would have this held. Well, there we have it, gentlemen.
It's over.
And with that being said, the server did crash and my software screwed up. So basically, the Union doing what they needed to do at the beginning, being aggressive, getting across the bridge. However, as we saw, they pushed up on the far left, allowing them to be flanked by infantry and artillery. And then from there, the Union officer play was just not that great, allowing the CSA to do exactly what they needed to do to win. USA not being that aggressive at the end of the game. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this pump stop. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Join our Discord if you want to be an anchor. The more options we have for anchors, the better it is. You could be on these awesome videos. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good day or good night.